And we are live. Sorry about that issue with the sound there, but everybody, we are back. Welcome. This is episode 2 of the Brotherhood Connect. We're very excited to be back and very excited to have our special guest today. You already know who it is, the Jones brothers. But before I bring them on, just want to continue to reiterate to stay home and continue to practice social distancing. Can't stress that enough. That's the only way we're gonna get through this tough time. So just continue to stay home and take care of your families and just keep everybody safe. All right, so let's get to it. Let's introduce our special guest today. They really don't need an introduction. The first one, older brother. I'm gonna start with the older brother. 2015 national champion, Memphis Grizzly, and then little brother Trey Jones, ACC Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. Not that hasn't been done. Welcome, fellas. What's up?
What's up? What up? Hold on, let me fix this camera here.
So to get started, man, what y'all up to right now? So obviously y'all are together. Y'all in Minnesota. What y'all up to?
Yeah, we up in Minnesota right now. Just staying in the house, man, and we've been working out every day, trying to stay as active as possible, but just enjoying some downtime. Back home in Minnesota.
So you say working out. What are you guys able to do just because of the circumstances? What are you guys doing as far as workouts right now?
I actually luckily have a small weight room in my basement, and then actually have a hoop as well. Not a full half court, but enough space to do some ball handling and get free throws and stuff like that up. So we're able to do a little bit, but not as much as we want to, obviously. But so just something to stay moving, every day.
Must be nice.
It's a blessing for sure.
Lovely, man. So before I ask my next question, man, y'all my guys. Like Jimmy said, Trey Jones is my man. both y'all my mans. What was it like growing up in the Jones household, man? Both y'all point guards, 2 points, leaders. Like, what was it like growing up in y'all house, man?
I feel like it wasn't anything crazy. Sports household. We watching sports. Didn't really matter the sport. Always had a game on, football, basketball. In the summer we watched baseball even. So, there was always sports on. We were real competitive. So we had a hoop in the house just like any other kid growing up. Always competing against each other. There's a lot of sports going on.
I'm sure with that competing, knowing both y'all as great competitors, did y'all fight a lot?
Yeah, there was 1 or 2 fights.
That's it? 1 or 2?
There'd be more.
There's a lot of competitions and a lot of me beating Trey just because of the age gap and things like that. So there was 1 or 2 fights just because Trey always felt like he could keep up, and most of the time he could to a certain extent. And so, you know how that goes.
Yep.
Along those lines, you guys talked about competing and playing against each other. Where do you think your feel for the game comes from? Because a lot of people, compete and play a lot against their brothers or against other people growing up. But for you guys, just your feel for the game, your IQ, where do you guys think where does that come from? What would you guys say?
I would say just being around the game of basketball. Honestly, I know that's kind of a cop-out answer, but
a little bit. It is. That's all right.
I don't have there's not a specific answer for me. Just from the day I was born, from all I can remember, I've been in a basketball gym. Whether was at my older brother JD's games and practices, or with both my parents. I've just always been in a gym, and so basketball kind of just ran our household. It was always on TV. We were watching games, or we were going to games in person, or talking about basketball at home. And so it was just kind of something that was always around and always relevant for us. And I think it just my feel for the game just kind of came naturally because of that, because of the game of basketball is just so second nature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Trey, what about you?
like he said, just being around the game a lot, but watching the game, I think a lot of kids that play at a young age don't watch it as much and don't really pay attention and try to learn when they're watching. So I feel like when I was watching Tyus, I always saw that he was always a step ahead of everyone else. I mean, it wasn't always athletically, but I mean, it was always with his IQ and his mind. He was always a step ahead. And I think that was just something that I tried to pick up at a young age and just saw what he was doing and how the type of reads he was making and things like that to try to be a step ahead of everyone else.
Right.
So, Ty, what was the NBA season when it got postponed? What was that like? What was that ending like?
It was crazy, man. We had just taken a almost 5-hour flight out to Portland, actually. And so when we landed, we were headed to the hotel, and that's when Twitter kind of started going crazy. And within, half hour of getting to the hotel, it started coming out that Gobert had tested positive and things like that. And then, as you know, everything just started happening so quick. And I mean, we had a team meeting there shortly after hearing that news, and we knew our game had been canceled, and started to think about, our games. If our game tomorrow got canceled, our games next week are going to be canceled, and then every game in the near future is going to be canceled eventually. And took a quick flight out of Portland the next day, and so it was crazy just because obviously we'd never experienced anything like that. I've never had a game or weekend or week of NBA games canceled. So we didn't know really what to expect or how to handle it. Everyone was kind of just going with the flow and just taking it one day at a time. And I think we're still kind of doing that to this day, not only in the NBA but just kind of the country or the world in general is just kind of going one day at a time, just because you don't know what tomorrow holds.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking about just the season. You guys, your team was probably, if not the biggest surprise of the NBA, definitely one of them in the season you guys were having. If the season, were to end right now, you guys would be in the playoffs. Sorry, I got locked on my screen there for a second. But talk about your team and just the year you guys had, and where things left off.
Yeah. I mean, from the beginning, from even before training camp, just when I think everyone on the team looked at our team on paper, we felt that we had a chance to be pretty good this year. We knew we had a lot of skill, a lot of talent, but we had a lot of new pieces. So we were going to have to build that chemistry and camaraderie both on and off the court in a quick hurry. Why are you laughing?
Because Trey's laughing. Are you laughing because Nolan left? All right.
Where's
Nolan, I'm back. I thought it was a really boring answer, just so you know. So he just decided to get a quick breather.
I'm done.
No, but yeah, just to go back to it quickly. Yeah, we just built great chemistry, honestly, and that was kind of the key for it. We had a great group in the locker room. Guys got along. And guys bought in from day one to just wanting to win as many games as possible and not care about individual stats. And I think that goes a long way at any level, but definitely on the NBA level for sure.
So to your Memphis team, you were with Grace, and then you added Winslow, Justice. How exciting was that?
That was crazy, man. We're super excited at the trade deadline when that happened. We went down we were in Dallas during like warm-ups of our Dallas game. So immediately after the game, I FaceTimed Justice and like show him the locker room, and everyone's just hype, and he's hype. He already had a Grizzlies hat. Like, I don't know how, but he did. So that's Justice for you. But we're super excited just to kind of get back together. Not too many opportunities you get to play at the professional level with a college teammate of yours, let alone two of them. So we're definitely enjoying it.
Yeah. I just want to take it back real quick. Can you both talk about what it was like playing on the same team, in high school? And obviously that's the last time you guys played together. What was that like playing on the same team? Trey, I think you were in 8th grade the last time, right? Or no, you were
8th grade, yeah.
8th grade, right? I remember watching the game on TV. I couldn't go out on the road yet, in the spot I was in. But I remember watching you guys play Woody Young. I saw, little Trey running around,
Yeah, 2 steals.
But talk about just maybe that game, but also playing on the same team. What that was like.
I didn't play a lot that year, but it was cool. I was like 5'9" at the time, like 160 pounds. I was tiny, but the game seemed super fast. The stuff he was doing just seemed unreal. Like, I don't know, it was just a different level, really. But it was really cool just competing against each other every day because I was the lead guard for the JV team, so I had to guard him every day, and our coach would have us pick up full court and stuff. So I was trying to pick him up full court as an 8th grader his senior year. Number 1 point guard in the country, but definitely made me better. Help me guard you guys.
Hey, what was it like for you two watching Tyus first at Duke? What was that like for you?
Man, it was kind of a dream come true for myself too. Being able to watch him go to Duke, my favorite school at the time, and just
because it's not right now.
But, I don't know. It was really cool being able to see him do it at that level, especially in the tournament and everything with what they got to accomplish. It was so surreal.
Yeah,
seeing him in that moment, really.
Yeah, and then
go ahead.
As for you, obviously this year you were at the Michigan State game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was it like as a big brother just watching Trey do his thing this year, accomplish what he accomplished, ACC Player of the Year? But like, talk about the Michigan State game. Like, what was it like being there as he dominated Cassius Winston in the whole game?
Just for me, obviously that's just a proud big brother moment. Your whole life you see like the work that he put in, to be able to put himself in those type of situations. And then I think just kind of the Michigan State, for example, the build up for that one, like obviously it's I think top 10 matchup at the time. And obviously the last game of the season, the Elite Eight game, just everything that went into that game. There was so much hype. And then for him to come out and put on the performance that he did, it was special. And so for me, it was a lot of fun to watch just because I knew the amount of work he put in, especially that last off season, deciding to come back for his sophomore year and take on a bigger role and everything like that. And that was kind of that first big, true road game. So for him to put out that performance, it was cool to see.
What was your favorite moment watching each other play? Like if you had a favorite moment, let's just keep it. Actually, we don't even have to keep it at Duke. Anytime, favorite game, favorite moment watching the other play. Why'd you look so confused when I asked that question? What was confusing?
Oh, I know mine.
All right.
It was my birthday, January 8th. He was playing with the Timberwolves at home. And they were playing the Cavs, and he dunked on Bron.
That's why I said it could be a non-Duke moment. I was thinking about that one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mine.
Wait, we can't just skip over that.
And he ripped D Wade to start the play, and then they do it. So he did back-to-back Hall of Famers.
You were at the game?
Larry.
Yeah, I was at the game.
Yeah. All right, Tyus, how about you?
Let's see. In person.
No, it doesn't have to be in person.
Oh, just overall.
Overall. Yeah, it can be any game.
I would say the North Carolina game for sure.
Where were you?
I was in my hotel room in Washington, D.C. And yeah, like I was sitting like 3 inches away from the TV, like crazy. It was a long game just because we obviously weren't playing, the best, but we stuck with it. And then his, crazy heroics at the end of the game.
So when you're watching, like, are you yelling at the TV or are you quiet?
No, I mean, like I'm yelling, like celebrating plays and stuff like that. Like when he went to the free throw line and made the first one, I like started to say like he's gonna try to miss the second one. Like he's gonna try to miss the second one. And then as the play's happening, I'm obviously not saying anything. But when I saw he got the ball, I started yelling like, "Oh, it's going in! Like it's going in!" I knew if he could get to that mid-range shot, like it was gonna go in. As soon as he left his hand, it was bottom, and it's just like that's one of the craziest plays I've ever seen, regardless of obviously him being my brother or anything like that. So yeah, that was special for sure.
What was that moment like for you, Trey? Just being in it.
We still hadn't won the game, so it was like I didn't even want to celebrate like that. But I was like, dang. I don't even know how it happened. And like when it hit off the rim, I didn't realize like in the moment I caught it. And like that far back, I don't know. It was just like I don't even know how to explain it.
You're just playing.
Right. I was just like, go get the ball.
Man. So we're getting close. Don't want to keep y'all in too long because for everybody on here at 9 o'clock, 2015 team is on. They right, Tyus?
Yes, sir.
We all gonna be watching.
Ask you questions on Twitter? Can we tweet at you? Can we ask you questions during the game?
They can tweet at me. I don't want to see your name pop.
Well, you're going to. Sorry.
I want to see your name pop up.
So a couple questions before we end. Rapid fire. Favorite regular season win at Duke?
For me?
Yep.
At UNC.
Mine's home versus UNC.
Okay. Loudest Cameron moment?
Hold up. Can y'all answer the questions too?
No, just you guys. This is about you guys.
Come on, Capital John.
Come on, go ahead. Rapid fire means answer them quick.
What's the second one?
Loudest Cameron moment?
Home versus UNC last game of the year.
Home versus UNC.
Most talented teammate at Duke?
Most talented teammate at Duke. Good.
Z.
Favorite restaurant in Durham?
Dames
or Shrimp and Dang.
That wasn't around when I was there. So
You missed on that.
Dames.
Dames style and the Smitty sauce.
Shout out to the Smitty sauce. Favorite spot at Duke, not Cameron?
Favorite spot at Duke, not Cameron?
Yep.
Probably
I'll go
upstairs K Center tutoring room.
You say tutoring room?
Yeah.
I'll go Brooklyn Dorms.
West Union. Good.
West Union's a good spot. West Union's a good spot. Best defender you played with at Duke?
Best defender I played with.
Yep.
J Gold.
Matt Jones.
J Gold.
Two good ones right there.
Mm-hmm.
Toughest player you had to guard while at Duke?
Toughest player.
I don't even know.
I
guard last year.
I'll go with I'll probably say Jerry and Grant.
Okay.
I don't know.
They're all easy.
Come on, man. You're slowing up. We got more questions.
You can pass if you want to.
Coach Scheyer, because I know you couldn't guard him.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Go ahead, yeah.
Trey, you were at both the 2010 and 2015 Final Fours. Who wins, 2010 or 2015?
15.
Bye.
Text us afterwards if you want.
He tried to act like he had to think about it. Out of respect for you two.
Go ahead, no, finish up.
Last question. 2-on-2.
Us.
Me and Coach Scheyer.
Out of respect for us, you can think about it for a second.
Yeah, think about it. Just think about it.
That's no disrespect.
That's not disrespect at all.
Y'all think y'all get us? Not today.
Listen, we're like a year away from hitting our prime.
In our prime.
So like we're coming up to that moment. Like we're almost there.
Matter of fact, right now, honestly, I've been doing so many push-ups right now. I feel great.
No way you can get up and down the floor a couple times.
We don't have a half court at our spots, but we do have a Peloton. He's got a little gym at his place. Like we're ready.
I got a question.
Yep.
What's your most embarrassing story about each other having to do with like coach? Like did Nolan get cussed out ever and crazy, or like Scheyer ever get, you know what I'm saying, called out in film crazy?
That's you're not allowed to ask questions. What you think this is?
I've never been any embarrassing moments. Nah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say embarrassing. Yeah, we got yelled at sometimes for we needed to play better, but nothing.
You mean now?
That's an immediate answer.
You're saying when we were players, correct?
Players?
Yeah. I mean, or coaching. Coaching might be better.
Coach is good to us, man. He's good to us. I honestly don't have one about you. I really don't. You see how they're just trying to split our team up, by the way. You see that? We asked a 2-on-2 question.
Enjoyable.
Now it's a question about, all right, I see how you do that.
And I got a question for you.
Yep.
Your 2011 team healthy or 2010?
Ooh.
2010.
Still trying to split us up, man.
Not split me.
Still trying to split us up.
We got a ring together, and I'm sticking with my guy.
All right.
Healthy.
Now, if you want to ask 11 versus 99, I'm going 11.
All right, last question for you guys. Last question. I have one more. Trey and Tyus, 2019 or 2015? If you guys played each other, who wins?
15.
19.
Oh.
Hey, look, man. More of the story. Basketball players never pick against themselves, as we shouldn't. Period.
Absolutely.
But all right, it's almost 9 o'clock. It's almost 9 o'clock. So Trey, Tyus, thank y'all so much for coming on. We want to get
you guys
tune into the game. For everybody listening, man, just another quick reminder to continue to practice social distance, stay at home, stay safe. Thank you to all the healthcare professionals out there taking care of us. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all from the bottom of our hearts, from the Brotherhood to y'all. Thank y'all so much. And just the whole world, man. Let's just stay together and beat this thing. It'll be over soon, and we're going to get on the other side of this thing. All right. So appreciate y'all. Trey, Tyus, love, man.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it, guys.
Yep.